Welcome to another update from NIBA TV. Today I'd like to talk about the World Federation of Insurance Intermediaries. This is an important meeting that we attend once a year, and I've just come back from the 2019 meeting which was held in Rome, Italy. The World Federation is a meeting of leaders from the insurance broking associations from Europe, the United Kingdom, North America, South America, Africa, Asia Pacific, and we come together once a year to talk about what's happening in the world of insurance broking, insurance intermediaries, we do it for two reasons. The first reason is we can learn from each other. There are massive similarities between the insurance broking market, the intermediated market in Australia, what happens across the rest of Asia, across Europe, across UK, particularly in the UK, but also Ireland, North America and so on. There is so much to learn about what's happening in the other markets, and we can compare and contrast what's happening, and we can learn a hell of a lot. In the course of doing that, we establish contacts, of course, and quite often during the course of the year something will come up in the work that I'm doing and I need to find out something. How are the UK handling that? How's Canada handling that? I can send a message and I'll get a response within 48 hours. It is very, very useful to know what's happening elsewhere around the world. The second aspect, and probably more important, is the fact that the regulators come together and talk. They do it through the International Association of Insurance Supervisors, and through that body, a lot of the regulatory thinking develops. What our World Federation does, and particularly through our Executive Director, who is based in Brussels, he becomes a lobbyist on behalf of all the broker associations, and he goes in and sends messages to the regulatory body and to make sure that they understand what's happening in the insurance markets, and he lobbies the regulatory bodies just the same as we lobby regulators in Australia. And it's critically important that as regulatory thinking is developing, that the broking industry through World Federation has a chance to input into that. The other thing that's happening at the moment is the OECD in Paris is doing a lot of work on insurance and on intermediated insurance in particular. And again, through World Federation, we are able to have input into that thinking because OECD work comes back to the governments of the world, and the government of Australia pays particular attention to the recommendations that come out of OECD research. So for the two reasons of not only establishing contacts and understanding what's going on, but also to make sure that with our international colleagues we can actually provide input into the development of regulatory thinking and research that's going on about the operation of insurance, that makes our participation in the World Federation particularly vital. I was delighted to be accompanied by our President Eric Harris and by our past President Graham Stevens, who are all still on the NIBA board, of course, in that meeting. And I think Australia contributes a lot. People are very interested in understanding what's going on. They were very interested to hear about the Royal Commission. But again, we are learning ourselves, particularly about what's going on in Canada and in the UK. We'll report more of that in the magazine, of course, but it's an important piece of work, and I just wanted to share that with you. Thank you.